Right?
Well, the issue is one of your sergeants is about to get a complaint on him.
That's the one that you would be talking to. So I'm a deputy chief. That's why I came out. He
Even
came to
better.
Me, he's like, I don't think he's going to want to talk to me
No.
because you just had an issue with him out there.
Yeah. Was it the DMV?
Yeah.
Did my business. Came back with my phone, stood in the foyer, and peacefully recorded. Didn't bother anyone. Didn't even go inside. Stayed in the foyer.
Okay.
On their own website, it says perfectly lawful as long as you're not creating a disturbance.
Yeah.
And the 10 people I opened the door for and said had a good day, I highly doubt they'd call that a disturbance.
Right.
Lady asked me to leave. I told her, ma'am, I can't do that. Well, you're not allowed to record here. Well, I am. I'm not going to leave. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Sorry, can't help you. So your officers show up. First one was Hart, a little kid. He knew he couldn't kick me out because he wouldn't say the words, if you don't leave, you'll be under arrest. And I told him, if you just say those words, I'm gone.
Right.
I'll walk. No issues. You'll never see me in this building again. I'll see you in court, but never in this building.
Right.
He's just not getting it. He's telling me it's public or private property, no different than McDonald's. If they want me to leave, I have to leave. It's not how it works. It's public property. The only reason they can kick me out of there is if I'm creating a disturbance to the point where they can't do their jobs. Pearson shows up, and he might be one of the smuggest cops I've ever met in my life. I explained the same thing to him. It's public property, you can't make me leave. Well, you can record from outside this window inwards. And I told him, well, what's the difference? There is no legal difference. He's like, well, that's public way out there. I'm like, thank you. So you're admitting this is public property because this isn't a strip mall. If this wasn't public property, that wouldn't be a public way. This entire thing would be private property and I'd have to leave without question. I kept telling him, all you gotta do is say the words. If you don't leave, you'll be under arrest, and I'll walk. They wouldn't say it. They just kept on with the private property, or they don't want you here. Your business is concluded. You're loitering. I explained to them it's not loitering. I'm recording my government. First Amendment shit. It's 2025. No excuse for that level of ignorance anymore. So, Sergeant shows up, backs up. Which I see that's his Jeep there with the illegal tint on his side windows. That's a whole nother discussion. He's the one who finally made the threat after a few minutes of us just going back and forth. And I told him for the last time, if you tell me to leave, I'll leave. If I'm going to be arrested if I don't. And he finally said it. He's like, yeah, you will be arrested if you leave. All right, fine. I'm out. So we need to file a complaint on all three of them.
Okay.
Because it's inexcusable these days to not know. I didn't get nasty. I wasn't yelling, screaming, swearing. I swore the hell out of them once we got outside.
Yeah.
But I didn't make any threats, or else I'd be in cuffs right now. They're all itching for it. But my biggest issue is they think that's private property. Private property, a Secretary of State facility. Private property. So, there needs to be disciplinary action, or I will have to sue. I have no choice. Because there's only two choices in this country, litigation or fighting. I'm not fighting the cops. I'd like to go home in one piece with my teeth. So those are the options. They either get suspended without pay, I'll take that, or this entire department's gonna get sued.
Okay.
I don't need a lawyer, I know the law very well. It's open and shut.
So what you're looking to do right now is file a complaint, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'll show you where they are real quick. Okay. You're ready. Hey, Adriana, could you give me a few citizen complaint forms, please? There's only the one in here. Yeah, that's fine. Give me 1 second here, sir. Actually, take that back. Yeah, if you could, please. You need 3 of them. You want to do all 3 officers?
Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna post this and I can send you a link if I get your email or whatever.
Okay. My email, you want my email?
Yeah, if you just write it down.
Yeah. Oh, can I write it on the back of the?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pull on that. Make sure you get it right.
They'll give you guys cards. Now, I don't do this for a living, but I do it when I can.
Yeah.
Because I have watched thousands of these videos. I've read the compiled statutes and the case laws surrounding all of what this is, and they were 100% wrong. And next time, they're gonna have to go hands-on, because I am going back to that DMV at some point. I'm not gonna do it today, because they're all amped up.
Yeah.
But I will be coming back.
That's fine. Let me tell you, you obviously it's a public building.
Yeah.
So you have the right to be in there. Just be careful with, and this isn't me being a jerk, this is being honest. Just be careful with a breach of the peace if, I don't know where you're, I wasn't out there, so, and I haven't seen any like body cam footage or anything like
Yeah,
that.
it just
so.
happened like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, I wasn't out there, but if people inside are getting upset and they want to do something, that's a little different. And you know,
Oh, yeah.
obviously know the law.
I was a rambunctious young man. I've had disorderly conduct, disorderly of the peace, and all that when I was a kid, so I know where the line is. But that's why I didn't get loud or shitty with anyone until we got outside.
Hey, Adriana, there's a front page too on this one. Do you have that? Is that the FOIA? Okay, I just want to check that real quick.
Yeah, and I made sure to stay in the foyer, even though I can go inside just as much. But there's kids in there, and I don't like filming kids.
So you were in the FOIA area?
Yeah, didn't even go inside. Just opening the door for people.
Okay. Hey, Adriana, could you give me a sticky tab, please? Thank you. Well, I went a little too far, but this is gmorton@cal and then .org.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
sorry. But yeah, just put the .org in there.
Gotcha.
There you go. There's 3 forms for you there, and obviously you can submit them however you want to.
Alrighty.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be coming back. I do everything in person, so I
Okay.
can prove that
Yeah.
this has been happening.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah, I'd suggest just calling them real quick. Like, boys, public place, man. If he's not creating a disturbance, you gotta let him be. This is a small town.
Right.
I used to do repo work out here. I've had many interactions with your police officers in the past.
Yeah.
Never had any problems like this. And I won't be bullied. It won't happen. I got pushed around too much as a kid by not knowing my rights, talked myself into jail because I'm stupid. And then I realized, Jesus Christ, the law is their weapon. I better sharpen up by knowing it.
Yeah.
So I know all the compiled statutes, ACLU versus Alvarez, all that shit. Oh, and then they fucking stalked me through the goddamn neighborhood too. One went right out of the place, one went left. I turned left. I was behind him. He flipped a Yui, followed me through a neighborhood just to get my plate.
Yeah.
That is intimidation all day. They're lucky they didn't go hands-on because I'm in no mood to go to jail today for nothing. If I'm going to jail, I'm going to earn it.
Yeah, well, and like you said, it's not worth it anyway, right? So.
Well, I mean, the guy draw a line somewhere. We can only do this so many times.
Right.
So, all right. I'd shake your hand, but I was just chewing on my thumb.
No worries, sir. Just turn that back in with us and we'll look into it from there.
All right. And then, I didn't know, do they rock body cams? I didn't even look. I was so
Do what?
Do they wear body cams?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't even looking. I was so amped up.
Yeah, they do. Do you want the FOIA form?
Well, I can FOIA that one online. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't have money to get a physical copy, so I'll need to get it just emailed to me.
If you FOIA, you can even do it with your email. I'll send it. I'm the one that'll fill the FOIA.
Okay.
I'll shoot it right to you.
It'll,
Yeah. It's this way you don't have to come grab it.
well, the FOIA I'll do separate. You got a FOIA application on your website, yeah?
We do.
I'll just do that.
If you do it there,
it'll be easier for both of us.
Yes.
And then, I know there's fees if you want a physical copy.
There's no fees.
No fees?
No.
You.
I'll just, when you put it on the FOIA, if you just put your email on there, I'll make sure I shoot it right to that email.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
no
really
worries.
appreciate you helping, man.
All right, have a good
All right,
rest.
you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Morton seemed to be decent. I've said that before, though, and got burned on it, so the Let's hope for the best. Bye, everybody.